Hi, we're here in St. Louis's Del Mar Loop. People say that mass media is changing quickly, but we're going to find out that some mass media hasn't changed for decades. We're going to head over here to the Star Clipper, where they've been doing things the same way for like 25 years.
The Star Clipper was founded in the U City Loop in 1988. It was originally a science fiction bookstore called The Shire, and it was owned and operated by a couple, Sonny and Carol Denbo. And then throughout the following years, Star Clipper changed names and moved to a few different locations in University City. And I started working there in 1997 as the manager. And since that time, we moved here to the Del Mar Loop. We more than doubled our space, and our emphasis is all over anything pop culture now. Toys, apparel, novelties, comics, graphic novels, everything. We try to be as full service as possible and cater to as many different, regulars and visitors as we can. The direct market, even since I've been in it in the last 15 years, has changed tremendously, like what we order, how much we order. We focus more and more on product lines outside of just traditional comics and graphic novels as well, just to make sure that we're supporting every possible avenue for the fan. So this is the third annual Star Clipper Day, and it's our way of trying to give back to our customer base and say thank you for supporting us. I mean, we've been doing this for so long enough that it's important to recognize the people who have kept us here through a lot of challenging economic times. So we started putting this day together. It's just a fun day for people, a different vibe than just a sale. Events like Free Comic Book Day every May helps us kind of get new readers in on the ground floor. That's very important to us.
I've been coming here for 5 years now. It's the best comic store, best pure comic store in St. Louis by far. For actual quality, price, variety, everything, and actually people who know who you are, know what you like, will suggest things that you want because they know you. This is by far the best out of anyone I've been to.
We are celebrating Star Clipper's anniversary. It's their 15th year anniversary in this location, 25 years in business. And this table actually started a year ago this May at Free Comic Book Day. Last year. We're a collection of local artists that decided to set up and draw pictures for people. So from that day, we've been doing it every month, first Saturday every month. Different collection of artists, most of which have become good friends since we all gathered here and drew pictures for people. But we accept tips and take recommendations, and sometimes we draw like I just drew that guy. Sometimes it's Captain America. So. I'll find somebody, or they'll find me, where they've got a story they've been holding on to most of their life, or last couple of years or whatever, and they've wanted to turn it into a comic or a graphic novel. It could be 5 pages long, it could be 120, so it's ranged everywhere from doing a group of security guards working in a casino to the last pocket of human civilization after the apocalypse. It's been all over the place, so. Yeah.
I've seen.
You can have literally a banana running around with an assault rifle saving the world in a comic, and no one thinks it's weird. Because as long as you have something to say that's worthwhile, you can put it in whatever costume you want, and it's still that message, it's still that story.
There's 5 or 6 comic book movies every year now. Batman, the Avengers, Spider-Man, Captain America. I mean, the whole Avengers thing, each character had their own movie, so it's just getting bigger and bigger, and it's not going to slow down, I don't think. And that's affecting the comic book industry for sure. It's got to, because people are going to the movies, and of course they want to go, pick up Silver Surfer's origin story or something like that. So I think they're reflecting positively on both industries.
As good as the Avengers movie was, and it was a good movie, it was great, to have a budget that would cover a single issue of Avengers, it would cost $100 million to do that for 20 minutes. You can't do that. As far as you can imagine something, they can draw it.
It's much easier to make a sequel or to develop a film based on an existing franchise. Like, everybody knows Spider-Man. And I just said to somebody earlier, we don't really need to do origin stories anymore. Everybody knows where Spider-Man came from. Everybody knows maybe less people know about Captain America, but but they're still going because they know that character. Like, Spider-Man sold big, even though it wasn't the best movie, because it's Spider-Man.
When the comic-related films kind of started coming out, we weren't seeing the response then that we are now. And I'm talking, many years ago. I'm kind of thinking like when the first Star Wars came out, we weren't seeing the kind of bump in sales that we are seeing now with the release of, say, Avengers. So it's been huge for us, and it's a way for more people to share in what we love.
Thanks, Ben. I really appreciate it, buddy.
My pleasure.
All right. So Ben Sawyer just drew this picture of me punching my partner, Pat. You can find him out here every first Saturday of the month in front of the Star Clipper comic book store, where he can draw you one of these. I'm Josh Bovenette for Global Village.